Hello guys, welcome to my channel. For today's video I will be recommending 10 dungeon and monster manhwa with overpowered main character, so let's start the video. In a moment of despair, a strange advertisement came out. You too can be Awakener. With nothing to lose, he decided to register. Welcome to Transcension Academy. If you like main character start off weak then get stronger, then you can try reading this manhwa. The story is decent, as long as you don't expect anything. The characters are well written, but it lacked an interesting plot that I could really enjoy. Ordinary F-class hunter Kang Hyun-jun prays for the power to change his life. One day, his prayer was answered. 990,000 past lives appeared before him. The art of this manhwa is pretty good, and the story is pretty decent too. General Employee Park 2 has achieved his long-awaited awakening at the risk of life and death. Incredibly, the memories and experiences of games he spent a lifetime playing in his 20s were the driving force behind these awakenings. Extraordinary Player Part 2 journey is now accelerating towards the top of the world. This manhwa was fun at first, but as I read it the story felt rushed. Don't get me wrong, it's a decent manhwa than other stories I've read before. But it would have been better if the characterization of the main character had been improved. One day my house was connected to a dungeon. The outside is full of monsters, but you have to clear the dungeon within the time limit to survive. I don't want to die. I want to survive. Our protagonist tries to clear the dungeon alone after awakening his power. He begins to tame the monsters, along with the skeletons who have regained their memories. The adventure of the hero's life to capture the dungeon begins now. It's an interesting manhwa with good character development and a good story with a weak to stronger main character. The main character awakens the ability to heal, but that ability is garbage. During a mission in an underground dungeon with his team, all members of his team were killed except him. In this dungeon he got a sword, and with this sword he improved his abilities. This manhwa is interesting, I really enjoy reading it. So if you like dungeon and monster story, then this one is highly recommended to read if you haven't read it yet. 7 years ago, a tower suddenly appeared and took people randomly. It's only a matter of time before you successfully complete the tower and become rich once you've awakened. One day our main character received a notification on his cell phone. On it he saw a video of him climbing the tower. That gave him advantages to know what will happen inside the tower. This one is good, I found it very enjoyable to read. The main character is smart and really knows how to use the information he gets to help complete his quest. After being killed by the leader of his own guild, our protagonist has the opportunity to start over. This time he isn't interested in saving the world from monsters. He's aiming for revenge. He improves his stats as he gets closer to the top. Well, I like this type of story, where the main character is a ruthless and smart. The story is interesting and very fun to read. Our main character, chosen by all gods to return to the past. The last human to climb the tower and the last to walk with the gods. The story of this manhwa is really good. The main character is smart and badass, and the plot is well paced. As you explore dungeons and traps become active, they reset for the next user. But this reset doesn't work for me. The only creature that becomes free in an infinitely resettable dungeon. Armed with the ultimate main, our main character begins the dungeon crawl. This manhwa is enjoyable to read. The characters are well developed and the plot is really good. Our main character had a twin brother who disappeared 5 years ago. One day, the pocket watch left by his brother came back to him. Hidden inside was a diary, a world where multiple universes and dimensions intersect. In this world, his brother was betrayed while climbing the tower. Knowing the truth, our main character takes his brother's diary and decides to climb the tower. I'm not biased, but this is one of the best manhwa I've ever read and still follow to this day. And that's the end of the video, but before ending this video, for more recommendations and updates then please check out my other social media platforms, link is in the description. So I hope you find something to read there and see you in my next video.